never disrespect. I got you walls and lines, the street news. Baby girl, don't be confused. See my 17s and enjoy my boat cruise.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Detroit Lions.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And not much doing on the return. Good coverage there. Going to stop him in his tracks at the 15-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now a play fake here on first down. There's Chris Olave. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
Ready, set.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a run here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one complete. It's Devon Vele.
On second down.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Come on. Set. Viking 18. Go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Another tackle for loss from the interior of that D-line. He had 4 of those last week, partner.
And what you can glean just from the statistics, even if you don't watch the tape, is that he is what we call a one-gap player. I mean, that's all he has responsibility for, which means they want him to get upfield, penetrate to the backfield, make plays. When you're a 2-gap defensive tackle, you've got to cover up too much ground, and all you're trying to do is hold the point of attack. You don't get very many tackles for that.
The O-line, they better figure a way to plug that gap. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Pack the 60. Ready.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Here we go. Here we go. Read up 77. Ready.
They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at the Saints defense. This crew against the pass, issues at times. Ranked number 24, Charles, in the NFL.
But they lack in pass defense. They do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. This is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Stephanie.
On play action, they'll throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one is incomplete. The Lions at 500 and 3-3 through the season's first 6 weeks. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Cougar 19.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Lions. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mention the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Lions defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
They're in the bottom 10 in the league. I mean, when you look at their talent, you would think that they'd be much better. Overall, I don't think there's any question you'd have to say that they've underachieved.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
blade to sharpen with precision.